Hi everyone, I'm Daniel and welcome back to my channel, The Chi Nomad and From Struggle to Freedom. So today I have a special video for you. I want to make the connection between ancient Chinese wisdom and Qi, energy of life, and abundance of money that we actually connect together. Very interesting. And of course I will give you also specific tips from the Qigong and Chinese alchemy, I would say, and transform it to money and abundance in your life. So probably you remember because you saw my previous video. I'm Daniel, I'm 55 now, and I work with Chinese medicine, acupuncture, Qigong, Tai Chi for, well, I would say more than half of my life. And about 12, 13 years ago, we suffer as a family a very hard, crucial financial blow. Someone asked me in the video before, we were about $250,000 in debt, and for us was devastating. The connection between Chinese medicine and money is actually beautiful. There is a few specific principles that if you understand them and if you work through them, you can create or recreate abundance in your life. And this is the way that it's actually worked for me. So that's the reason I want to share it with you. So first of all, I remember waking up in the morning and practicing Qigong every day, doing my stretches on the mat and then lifting the skies and turning the wheel and all this beautiful exercise. And I always knew that there's a connection between the principle of Qigong and Tai Chi, that is the Tao, the Qi, the flow of energy in the universe inside my body, the yin and yang, the wu wei, many spiritual aspects of the practice of the Tao and Qigong. And I would remember myself teaching them to my students, speaking about the energy of the lungs and the kidneys and how to shoot the energy to your arm if it's painful or to correct your wrist, and how to manifest, I would say, peace and quiet in your life. But when it comes to the material world, many of my students told me, Daniel, you speak very beautiful and you speak very nice and you teach Qigong and you go to this settlement to teach and that place to teach and you have 3 people here and 5 people there. That's not enough. How are you actually providing for your family? My friend asked me that, I remember. And he works in IT, of course. And I told him, universe is providing. It's providing opportunity, providing hardship, providing spiritual plane to grow. And I really believed in that. And even though we actually lived in a very small settlement up in the northeast of Israel, and if you count all 29 settlements around us, maybe 5,000 people, I had a very successful clinic, very successful school. I was teaching. I had so many patients. Sometimes I didn't have time. How did it happen? Because back of my mind, I was connected to the flow of energy, to the transformation that speaks about when you give something from the bottom of your heart, you receive back. And I was doing that all the time. I really wanted to help people. I really wanted to share the knowledge exactly like I'm passionate about it now with you. And it worked. And that's the reason I didn't get it. I didn't understand why did I fail to this financial crisis. I must say, in the first 2 weeks, I was in shock. I said, but I'm helping people. Hey, what are you doing to me? What's going on there? And then it took a little bit time to understand, to realize. Same like Chinese medicine, there is sometimes blockages. And the blockages manifest in pain, in suffering. And if I take the model of Chinese medicine, of the Qi transformation and flow through my body, and I would think about my financial crisis and hardship and tension, as an energy flow that is blocked, I could put my needles, my attention, my intention, the E, and to open it. Because if I suffer from back pain or headache, I just need as a therapist to check the pulse, to speak with the person, to understand what is the point that the energy is blocked and why. I'm not working with symptoms. I will not put a point or stretch my arms in Qigong to help the headache. I would go back and back and back and back to the source of the problem and try to realize which energy is blocked. And with the help of the patient, with transformation, we heal him. He actually heals himself. And I said, oh my God, that's exactly what happened to me. I didn't listen to something. Something in my core, in my root, was not settling down. And I noticed that there were quite a few signs that told me not to trust this person that started to build my house, not to give him money. And I also noticed that my need to do that was too big. I was too much outward, not inside in my center, in my presence. That was a big realization for me. And I could really see the connection between the wisdom of the Chinese medicine or philosophy to the day-to-day life, that I didn't have enough money to pay my bills. I didn't have enough money to buy food, put it on the table. And that was very painful and very scary also. Fear, I was scary. Fear is actually cold energy stuck in the kidneys. And I do remember I had a lot of lower back pain then. Tension is rising of energy up like fire, like tree moving. And I do remember I had upper neck problem and headaches. And actually my blood pressure rose. That was the symptoms of the energy that was in balance. And I started to understand that if I make the correct connection between the energy and the money, abundance will come back. First principle is Tao. Tao is the path. Tao is everything. If you're walking on the path, you're in alignment with the nature around us, with the intention and the nature that is actually with me. So first of all, I put myself back in my path, back in my Tao, and I lean back on my knowledge and my exercise. I was practicing every day, routine, Qigong, Tai Chi. I was still doing that while working through my debt. But this time, I came to that with a very clear intention. I'm trusting my knowledge. I'm trusting my practice to support me physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. I ate well, I slept well, yes, and I practiced every day. And everything I did with a full intention and understanding that while I'm doing that, I'm strengthening myself to be able to work through the process. That is actually the physical steps I needed to do to earn money, earn much more money, of course. So I started to work 7 days a week, 2 jobs a day. That was crazy, but I was grounded. Yes, I was tired sometimes, of course, it's reasonable, but I was grounded. And also me and my wife, we spoke about it many, many times. And we connected our goals. We transformed and connected our energy together. Timetables, working through the process of the steps of the money, I would say. I will speak about it later. And also being in tune with ourselves, with our connection as a family and as a couple. That is very important, because many, many times when you have different approach, it's like two horses pulling the cart to other direction and it gets stuck. And I realize also, if I go to the second connection, is yin and yang. You probably heard about it, yin and yang. Yin is the female side, sitting, energy, receiving, absorbing. Yang, male, active, motion, sometimes aggressive. And I noticed that when I was paralyzed from fear, my kidney was stuck, I was very, very yin. I couldn't move. But then when I transformed this energy to action, to call of action from the wood element, from the fire element, from the yang point of view, I was active very, very much. And I could actually think about new ideas for my clinic, new advertising, adverts, and through that, I push myself very, very strongly, being active and young to earn more money. But through what? Through balance of yin, and that's giving more, sharing more. Not just working, really sharing knowledge, love, empathy, really talking to my patients. Not like, oh, next, next, because I looked at them at money bills. No, I looked at them at person. I could see their struggle, and it resonated with my struggle. And through that, we find the balance. I'm in my world much more active, much more energetic. I'm wood element. I'm doing all the time, thinking all the time. My wife is beautiful, and she's very calm and more relaxed, and actually even more trusting in the universe than me, because I get scared sometimes. And she's very relaxed, but she worked the process in her own way. And I walked the process and the steps in my own way, but we talked about it every day. So yin and yang came to balance. Yang is doing something, advertising a workshop, pushing, talking with people, and yin is then just, relaxing, waiting, holding to the right moment that something will arise, receiving. And I understand that making money is one part of the equation. It's making chi. But if I'm not around her to hold the chi or to receive it and ground it inside myself, it will go away because, let's say, bills pile up. So yin is actually knowing to receive, knowing to acknowledge, saying thank you, waking up in the morning with gratitude to this amazing transformation that comes from hardship to this beautiful freedom that we are actually living now. We are not rich now, no, definitely no, but we are debt free. And we actually bought our house here in Thailand. And we basically do whatever we want, but still follow the rules and the steps. Everything is about the connection of the wisdom of the Chinese and the yin and yang. And everything is about day-to-day life and the things that you actually have to do. In Chinese medicine, we say, wood elements is the one that wants to do. I want to do that. Mommy, buy me something. I want to do that. But metal element is strict and it's disciplined. And it speaks about the things that you have to do. I have to pay this one. I have to buy some food. I have to cook for my children. I have to talk with my client and so on. And yin and yang is also in there. So there is a beautiful balance between the things that I want or desire and the thing that I have to do to manifest them. The problem many times is that we spend too much money because we listen to the desires. We are not disciplined enough. And if you want to share abundance, if you have enough money for your life, if you want to save and expand, you have to have discipline. So these 7 years of hardship and also these 5 years of travel together, we are very disciplined. We are very balanced between the yin and the yang. And discipline is important because when I had only $1,000 to spend a month, we lived on that budget and that's it. And when I had $1,500 a budget a month, we lived on $1,000. And when we had $2,000 a month earning, we still lived on $1,000. That was the discipline. Why? Because I took the extra money to cover my debts. And when it was done, I said, we can breathe. Now we earn $2,000 a month, so what am I going to do? We'll spend $1,200, a bit more room to breathe. But the excess money, we start to invest. Courses, knowledge, new tripod for my camera, whatever it needed, and then the rest, invest. And slowly, in the past 5.5 years that we actually travel, we started to open. In the first 2.5 years, basically, we stayed in Nepal. That is the cheapest place you can ever find to live. Beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful energy, interesting culture, interesting food, Amazing, but super, super cheap. For people from the West, it's quite hard to stay there for a long time. And yes, there were some struggles. Now we live in Thailand, much more abundant, much more open, but we live in a small village up in the north and not in the south, in the beautiful islands that you need so much money to go through there as a family. Balance, yin and yang, discipline. I hope you understand the place that we are coming from. One more thing I want to say, maybe I make a video about that also, it's Wu Wei. Wu Wei is a beautiful, amazing principle that speaks about how do we do stuff, or let's say effortless motion and action. Many people translate it not correct to, let's say, not doing, the art of not doing. No, that's not working for me. It's the art of putting enough chi, enough energy in something and just let it go. Effortless action means that we have to be young, we have to be in action, but also in yin, and deserve and wait and rest and see what's going on, what is arising, and if something happens, work with that. Okay? So for me, Wu Wei will be decided that I want to open a new workshop because I want to help 20 people to change their life, let's say in their diet. And through that, I'm going to earn $3,000. Great. So I do a written plan. I start the marketing with my wife, that she does the marketing for the business. I speak with the people. I have a date that's supposed to happen. And then I'm waiting. And slowly, just helping a little bit, talking with some people, but the pressure is off. This is Wu Wei. So to sum up everything, I see a great connection between the Chinese philosophy that I live as a Qigong practitioner and teacher to my ability to live free in a free way, healthy and free from debt. And I will give you now one example, and maybe you want to try that with me. Think about money and give it a structure, color, smell. So let's take something that for us, most of us, it will be easier to see. Let's take the color gold. Gold is money, yeah? Structure, warm, fuzzy, vibrating, yeah? Where is it? Inside me, all around me. So the color gold, visualize the color gold, feel the sensation like hugging the gold, hugging a beautiful doll, a bear that you have since childhood, because it's always there. Seeing this gold color inside you, seeing this gold color around you. There is abundance of gold, abundance of chi, abundance of money. And now just breathe in and out and allow this gold to come to you. So you can't see my feet, but I'm actually raising my arm while I'm breathing, inhale, and then downward exhale. So I'm rooting, I take in all the gold color from around me and from the earth, through the roots, the sole of my feet, up to my heart and to my brain and to my body. And I'm relaxing and exhaling down. So breathe in, raise the gold color inside you. Breathe out, just relax. I'm not taking anything out, of course. I'm just allowing it to absorb in myself, in my chi, in my mind, in my imagination. So breathe in the gold and relax, breathe out. Breathe in the color gold, the energy, the fuzziness, the warmness, and relax again. And breathe in and breathe out. Very nice. So I would prefer that you do it outside in the nature, but if you do it in your living room, for my English, it's also good. So just breathe in the opportunities and relax. Breathe in the color of the gold, money and abundance, and sit with that. Breathe in the opportunity to help and share other people, and relax. And acknowledge that the universe will provide if you provide first. So we share We give, we open, and we receive back everything that is actually needed and more than that. So try to do this breathing exercise with the breath, with the imagination, every morning and every evening. Think about the process that I speak about, the Tao, the Yin and Yang, and even the Wu Wei. And through that, I hope you will feel the new transformation that is actually open for you. Okay, that's enough for now. A bit spiritual, a bit practical, and a beautiful tip by the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the button of course, and make sure that if you want something, if you want to ask me something, write in the comments. And even if you have some question, I will be more than happy to make a video specifically for you. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.